One of the leading causes of relationships ending is poor communication, specifically the lack of active listening. And this matters because we often do not feel heard, or that we cannot express our needs, or that when we express our needs, we are not understood. Well, I'm going to share with you a technique that you can use with your partner to help listen with empathy and strengthen your relationship. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe. I'm Desh, I'm a qualified counsellor, and this is what I do. I listen professionally, and I know there are so many ways to listen, and I'm going to share with you in this video active listening, the way that you can listen to your partner or a loved one and get extra relationship points, because it's all about making sure the other person feels heard. Think back to a time where you went to a friend or someone you trusted and opened your heart out to them. You poured your soul out, and all you got back was advice, or they said, "Oh, I know what you mean, I went through the same thing," and they end up sharing their story and you feel like you're listening to them. Well, listening is all about putting your own self aside and just being a mirror for the person you're listening to. And there are concrete, actionable steps towards listening, which I'm going to share with you now. Step 1 is eye contact. Give good eye contact throughout. You don't just want to stare at them like this, but you don't want to wander away either. You want to show them that you're giving them your full attention. You want to have a nice neutral expression, maybe slightly smile, nod your head on occasion to show that you are listening, you are understanding what's being picked up. So with the eye contact and a relaxed body language, you then want to go into reflecting. So reflecting is when you've listened to them and you are reflecting back, essentially summarizing back what you've heard. This accomplishes two things. Number one, it shows the other person you have listened, because you're summarizing back what you've heard. You're summarizing back what they've told you. That's one benefit. The second benefit is it helps you to clarify and make sure you understood what you heard and didn't misinterpret anything. And it also gives them the chance to hear back what they've told you and correct you if needed. And this helps in a couple of ways. First of all, they get to correct you to make sure that you understand and haven't misinterpreted what they've told you, but they also get to hear back what they've just told you through your own words, which helps them to kind of reflect on, okay, I've said this, and this is what's happening for me. So it's like this self-awareness, self-development kind of exchange that's happening without you even having to work for it. Now, if you're ready to hit the pro level, then the next step you can take is what we call immediacy, which is you are telling the person you're listening to what you're seeing, what you're noticing. So let's say you're sitting across from someone who's telling you about how stressful their job is. So you're giving them eye contact with a relaxed body language, you're nodding your head. You know, I hear you're telling me your job is really stressful, you're really impacted by it, it's affecting your sleep, you know, that must be very difficult. I mean, how does it feel for you? You're kind of listening to them and reflecting and summarizing back to them. And then the next step is to say, you know, as you're telling me this, I notice right now your shoulders are really tense. I mean, I can see just how difficult this is for you. I wonder, do you notice how tense you are at the moment? That's immediacy. You are noticing things in the person right now, in the moment, in the exchange, and you are telling them this without any judgment, but you're more telling them from an observational point of view, which helps that person to learn something about themselves, and also it gives them a real sense of safety and assurance that this person's listening to me and they're really attuned to me, they're noticing everything. That is going to help you get bonus points in your relationships and will help foster a strong sense of connection and communication with your partner or with whoever you're listening to, because you are engaging in what is active listening. You're not just sitting there listening, you are reflecting back what you've heard, you're noticing the other person's body language or tone of voice or facial expression. You are engaging and immersed in it, and it's such a nice exercise to do, not only for the other person but really for you, because you are utilizing skills of listening, being with any discomfort the person's experiencing. This also helps you to build the skill of listening, which is not just for your personal relationships, but in life overall. So to summarize, eye contact, relaxed body language, reflect back what you've heard, and if you want to hit the pro level, use immediacy. Comment on what you observe in the person, and most of all, enjoy the process. Comment below the last time you shared something with someone, you poured your heart out and you didn't feel heard at all, you didn't feel listened to, I'm curious to know what happened and how you felt by it. Please like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.